Now, you will tell me, why did he change his name from Tutankhaten to Tutankhamun? You can use your books. Okay. Tutankhamun. Why did he change his name? You can use your book. Yeah, so you can infer from the meaning of the name.
And to ma'am and to worship that in ma'am the new pharaoh destroyed destroyed the Egyptian temples of Amun, a major god. So and the Buddha ma'am worshipped Amun, so he came from
Very good. To Tutankhamun. Very good. Perfect answer. Very good, Adit. Okay, so there were two gods that we are talking about. One is Aten and one is Amun. Right? Who was the father of Tutankhaten? Who was the... No, that is the god. Aten and Amun are the gods. Who was the father of Tutankhaten? Amenhotep or Akhenaten? Akhenaten. Okay? So Akhenaten used to worship the god Aten, and Egyptians for many decades used to worship Amun. Amun. Okay, Egyptians used to worship Amun, but Akhenaten came and started worshipping Aten. Okay, and he destroyed all the temples and shrines of Amun. Okay, so when Akhenaten started worshipping Aten, he changed his name to Akhenaten. Okay, and he also named his son Tutankhaten. Okay, he also changed his... Sorry? Akhenaten. Akhenaten destroyed the temples of Amun. Okay, because he wanted to promote a new god, Aten. Okay, so Akhenaten also named his son as Tutankhaten. Okay, so then what happened when Tutankhaten became king? He brought back Amun. He brought back the worship of Amun. Okay, and then he changed his name from Tutankhaten to Tutankhamun, and then we call him as Tut, like as a nickname. Okay, this is clear. Why did he change from Aten to Amun? Because Egyptians used to follow Amun for many decades. Okay, and now Tutankhaten was only 9 years old. Remember this. He was only 9 years old when he became a king. So he was a child. Okay, he was a child. He couldn't make all these decisions alone as to what god to be followed. Okay, and whose temple should be made. He was a small child. His advisors were there. His advisors were there. His advisors advised him to bring Amun back. Is this clear? Very good. Remember the age when he became the king. He was 7 when his father died. And then after 2 years, he became a king. Okay, now he was 9 when he became the king. And he also married his half sister. He also married his half sister.
Ma'am, where is it written in the chapter?
It's not written in the chapter. Okay? He also married his half sister. Okay? I'm telling you the history behind everything. Some very basic history that you should know.
Ma'am,
Okay? Yeah.
ma'am, can you please make everyone attendee? Ma'am, someone is removing me from the meeting.
Okay. I do not know how to do that from the phone. Just a second. Please wait a second.
Ma'am, you'll have to tap on the
Ma'am, you're muted.
Yeah. I'm saying it's written here as make a presenter.
ma'am. So
And the
now
page is not
that person might be an
loaded.
attendee.
I guess you are attendee, not all of you. Wait. I'll have to make you individually an attendee. Okay, now is it okay? Now is it okay? Yeah.
Yes, and Shivansh is left.
Okay, now everyone is an attendee.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Restoration, to store something back again. Okay?
Ma'am, have you
Okay,
taken
so I'm
the
just,
attendance?
I'll take the attendance in a while. Okay, I'm just telling you a little bit of history behind everything. So with this, with Tut, you need to see that there is a great history behind Tut. With Tut, with the mummy, there's a great history behind. So the deeper you dig, the more you will find out. Okay, if you want to, know more about it, there's a documentary also. Okay, in this, I guess it's on BBC. Okay, there's a documentary also, and you can see the documentary also. There are pictures, there are videos of the mummy, videos of Howard Carter. Okay, now let's talk about Carter. Okay, there was a Britisher called as Lord Carnarvon. Lord Carnarvon. He was a very wealthy Britisher. Okay, he's a very wealthy Britisher. He hired Howard Carter. He hired Howard Carter as an archaeologist, and he wanted to dig up all the Egyptian kings' mummies. Okay, he wanted to dig up all the mummies of the Egyptian kings. Okay, so in 1907, he hired Howard Carter. 1907, yeah. He hired Howard Carter, and in 1914, Carter got the license to dig up. In 1914, Carter got the license to dig up. In which year did he find the King Tut mummy?
1922.
In 1922.
1922, very good. 1922, he found the mummy. Now, what happened then when they were searching? So they searched for many years, okay? They got all the mummies, but one mummy that they could not find was King Tut's mummy, okay? They could not find the King Tut's mummy. Now, what happened that Lord Carnarvon says that let's just give up. Let's just give up. Let's go home. And we are not able to find the mummy, so let's just go home. Okay. But Carter said that let's just wait and let's look for one more season. One more season is 3-4 months or 4-5 months. Okay. So Carter says that let's just look it up for one more season. So when Carter said this, then within that season they found the mummy. And now how did they find the mummy? No. They said let's just wait for one more season. Means let's just look up for 4 or 5 more months. Then we give up. Okay. Because they've been looking for many years. Okay. Now what happened that there was a land. For example, this was the land in a place called, what was the valley's name? Valley of the Kings. There was the land, and there was a person who was just walking on the land, and beneath his feet, he could feel something. He could feel something very solid. Okay. So when Carter and everyone came, they dig up that particular place. There was a staircase. There was a staircase beneath that land. Okay, there was a staircase. So Carter, his team, and everyone, they went beneath the staircase. There was a gate. Okay, this gate led to the tomb of King Tut. Okay, this gate led to the tomb of King Tut. Okay, so when they entered the tomb, they saw that there were over 5,000 things. Over 5,000 things. There were clothes. Okay, there were swords. Everything the king ever owned. Okay, so all of it that was there. Will you believe that there was even a monkey and a dog in the tomb? Obviously, they were dead. It has been years. Okay, so the skeleton of the monkey and the dog was there. Clear? So in the tomb, everything was there. All the gold, artifacts. It was amazing. Okay, and in the tomb, there was another room. There was another room, and there was another door, and that door led to the mummy of King Tut. Clear? So this is how they found out the mummy.
Ma'am, in this chapter, it is written that Howard Carter found three coffins.
Yeah.
Why was there
Three
three
coffins.
there?
It was not 3 coffins. So when the mummy, there was a coffin of mummy, there were the layers. Under the coffin, there were 3 layers. Okay, so there was a shroud, and then the gold, and then the mummy. Okay, it was a 3 layers. Okay, Kanak?
Ma'am, within the same coffin, 3 layers.
Yeah, within the same coffin.
Okay.
Okay, and now Lord Carnarvon calls up Carter when Carter has found the body. Lord Carnarvon calls Carter and says that, what did you see? What do you see? They've entered the tomb. What do you see now? So Carter says that I see wonderful things. Okay, because this kind of mummy was never found. This kind of tomb was never found. That it has never happened that you enter a tomb and there are over 5,000 things of gold. It has never happened. Okay, and Tut's mummy was also one of the first mummies that was very carefully preserved. Okay, it was entirely intact, preserved. Like Egyptians have taken a lot of time to preserve the king. Clear? Have you ever seen a tomb? Have you ever been to Taj Mahal? Taj Mahal. Have you ever been inside the Taj Mahal? If you remember anyone. There's a place inside the Taj Mahal. There's stairs only. There's very steep stairs. It's locked. You cannot go. You cannot go. Right? So that
Ma'am,
stairs,
Humayun's tomb.
Humayun's tomb. It's in Delhi. Yeah.
I'm a
So
test
that is
required.
basically tomb is where basically the body lies, or it's like a ode to the person. Okay, tomb is made to make an ode to the person. Okay. Okay. Any doubt in all of this? This is underground. You can see the pictures of the stairs, and you can see the pictures. You can see the entire video of Howard Carter in that place. And there are a lot of pictures also that will show you Howard Carter like standing above the stairs or going below. There are a lot of pictures, a lot of documentaries. Clear?
Ma'am, then can questions come relating to his past that have not been mentioned in the chapter?
Sorry, can you?
Ma'am, can the questions that are relating to his past that have not
No,
been
no.
mentioned in the chapter can come?
No, no, it will not come. This is only for your knowledge. Okay? Okay, now there's a question in the book, NCRT question. Question number 2 first. List the deeds that Ray Johnson says that it made him wacky. Did you find the question? Question number 2, first part. Huh. Now tell me the answer to this. You can use the book. Wacky is insane or crazy. Because he started worshipping a new god, he damaged all the temples, all the shrines. Very good. And now the last question in this only. Question number 2, last question. Yeah. Yeah. Tell me the meaning of this. No, 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 no. The line is that he was ahead of his countrymen. The entire line is on page number 25, I guess. Third paragraph. Last line. That he was 25 or 26. Can you see? Yeah, 26. Third paragraph, last line. King Tut is one of the first mummies to be scanned in death as in life, moving regally ahead of his countrymen. Tell me the meaning of this line. Can you repeat?
Ma'am, when his tomb was discovered, ma'am, am I audible?
Okay, wait, Kanak. Okay, so yeah, in that you can say that he was one of the first mummies to be scanned. Yes, Kanak.
Ma'am, when his tomb was discovered, it was one of the most magnificent one ever seen. So, according to his time when he was a king, the thing like the amount of treasure and wealth he had were way ahead of his countrymen and the other kings who had been there in that time.
Okay. So in death he was ahead of his countrymen because his was one of the first mummies to be scanned. Okay, his was one of the first mummies to be scanned. And why in life? In life because he was the first ruler to be made a king so early. Like he became a king at 9 years old, right? No one becomes a king when when he's 9 years old. Okay, that's why he was ahead of his countrymen in life also. Clear? Just give me a second, please. Okay, attendance. Akansha. Akansha. Arav Grewal. Arav Sharma. Agnish. Aishwarya.
Present, ma'am.
Akshita. Aman.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Scientific rebuilding of the past events. Written. Second is studied across. Second is studied across. Studied across is moved quickly. Moved quickly. Okay? Moved quickly. Third is cascade gray. Cascade gray. Cascade gray is light black or gray in color. Light black or gray in color. Gray in color. Light black or gray in color. Done? These three words done? Next is resurrection. Resurrection. What is the meaning of resurrection?
From rebirth.
Yeah. To bring something back to life. Bringing someone back to life. Bringing someone back to life. Someone. Okay, done. Next is circumvented. Circumvented. Circumvented is avoided. 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 Written? Next is funerary treasures. Funerary treasures. Funerary. Oh, Vice Principal Ma'am came. I slipped out of mind to ask. Yeah. Treasures. Funerary treasures is costly items placed in the coffin. Costly items placed in the coffin. Next is eerie detail. Eerie, eerie detail. Yes. Eerie detail is mysterious detail. Mysterious detail. Stirred up. Stirred up.
And what was scudded across?
Moved quickly. Moved quickly. Stirred up is started. Started. Dust devils. Dust devils. Dust devils. Dust devils is wind full of dust. Devils. Wind full of dust. Last one. Last one is probe. Probe is to investigate.
Search.
Search. That is CT scan, no? That's a scan. The full form of CT is computer topography. Okay? Investigate. Investigate, inquire, search, anything you can say.
Ma'am, what was the first word?
What was the first word that I said?
Yes, ma'am.
Forensic reconstruction.
Ma'am, meaning?
Scientific rebuilding of past events.
Okay, ma'am.
Saga. Saga is a tail. Tail. T-A-L-E. Yes?
Ma'am, Vani present.
Yeah, I marked it present.
Ma'am, Vanshika also.
Okay. Who has not done the speaking activity here? You have done? You have done with Sony ma'am. You have done the activity. You didn't, no, you spoke in front of Sony ma'am. No? Okay, but did you present it in front of Sony ma'am, like speaking? It's a speaking activity. So did you speak? I'll ask Sony ma'am if I'll ask Sony ma'am if she has your mark. Okay. If she doesn't have the marks, then you'll have to present it again. Okay. Rohan, you have not done it with Sony ma'am. Aryan, give me a register and write the topic. I told you. No, no. Actually, there's any doubt. You have to write. You have to speak about basically. Just a second. Yes.
Ma'am, can you just tell me what do you mean by forensic reconstruction?
Forensic reconstruction is scientific rebuilding of the past events.
Okay,
Scientific rebuilding of the past events. Okay. You have to speak basically how Carter did not give up and how his hard work led to success because he was the one who found the tomb. So you have to speak about that and how hard work is important. Okay. In the next class. Okay. So, can I write here? It's a speaking activity. So if Sony ma'am has put the mark for speaking activity, then it's okay. About the physical education, I'll let you know before you leave, okay? Okay, you have to write about the technology and everything, how it improved. Like Carter did not have the technology and Zai Havas had all the technology. So to write about that.
Ma'am, do we have a maths class now?
Yeah, you have a math class now. Okay, you can leave now. Thank you. Okay, you can leave now. Thank you.